Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nika, and with a uh, review tonight, because it is after 2 a.m. my time, but I promised I was going to get these videos out, so I'm going to work really hard tonight to try to be able to have multiple upload day on Sunday for you all. So, with that being said, we're on Season 5, Episode 2 of American Horror Story, entitled Chutes and Ladders, honey. Child, on this episode, we find out that Sally the one sewing folk up in them damn mattresses, Y'all remember she had told old dude last week that, got his boy pussy tore up by the makeshift penis, that if you say you love me, it'll stop. But child, he did not die, okay? Y'all, I had to watch this shit like 5 times just to be able to do a review on it, because this shit is so extensive and it's all over the place. I didn't want to come down and give y'all a bad review, okay? So I'm going to try to do the best I can, and based on what I see this, out of this review, will determine if I will do it again, okay? Because I think this one just gory as fuck, and it's all, child, it's a lot. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Y'all know that she the one doing it, okay? She sold them asses up in the mattresses. Okay, then we hear a lady, well, the girls, them group of children that suck blood and stuff, we hear a lady howling down there. And when Sally get down there, the children are saying that the blood tasted funny. And, she checked the pulse and she said it's dead. So that's the reason why the blood was tasting funny on her, okay? Okay, I'm assuming because she did, child. I'm telling you, this American Horror Story is a trip. Okay, we see this. We saw Iris bring some blood up to Countess, because that's who went down there. She brings some blood up to Countess and Donovan's room, and she tell him that this the last of it, and she's asking to see Donovan because Donovan is her son. Well, Countess say she what did Countess tell her? Oh, she said he busy, and she closed the door. But when she closed the door, she asking him why he treat his mom like that. And he said that the reason why he got on drugs was because he didn't want to deal with his damn mamas. And the only reason why she's still there is because Countess allowed her to be there, okay? I'm assuming they haven't turned her into no vampire or nothing, but she able to deal with what go on at that hotel, so they let her ass stay. That's what I'm assuming, okay? Well, Countess then wants to have more blood, but Donovan is saying that they just feasted. So what we need to go out and get more for, we good, He wanted to stay in and binge watch House of Cards. Now, y'all, let me know down in them comments, did that boy say House of Cards? Because I could have swore I've seen 2 different instances on this episode where they reference current type of stuff. I'll get to the other one, but I could have sworn he said that, he wanted to stay home and binge watch House of Cards. And, Countess didn't really want to. And that right there, you could tell that, she's starting to feel some kind of way, because this is the second instance where she's wanted to do something and he ain't wanted to do the shit. Okay? Now, over there in room 64, you remember Detective John Lowe is staying in that room, and he having all kinds of crazy ass nightmares about shit flying all over his head. I think he's seen that fake dick and everything over his head, child. Well, he decides to get up and go look around, and in him doing so, from a far distance, he thought he saw Holden, right? Holden is his son that he lost a couple of years ago at the fair. When the child got on the carousel ride, he turned his back and just for an instance, and the child came up missing, okay? So, he thinking he done seen him, and he, Holden kind of laughs, and then he takes off running. Well, he chased behind him, calling him and stuff, and he don't see him no more. Well, behind him up comes Sally ass, and she asks if he's looking for somebody. So he thinking that maybe that was a figment of his imagination, because he been having these old crazy ass dreams. So he thinking that, apparently, he said apparently nobody, and he say she asked him to buy a drink. So they go down to the bar, and we find out that John is an alcoholic, and she want to know when the last time that he was, he had a drink. Well, this is the story that he gave us. Now, y'all know he's a homicide detective, right? And he has to go in. Most time he'll see the bodies, and he have to investigate what goes on. Well, he tells us a story on this episode of him going to this house where it's like 5 dead bodies, right? And they didn't die the traditional normal way. This was a family man who loved his kids, worked hard to take care of them, but he bought them a heater. And they used the heater. When he returned home, he found his kids dead. Well, from carbon monoxide poison. Apparently, it wasn't installed right or something, but the kids wind up dead. And people thought that he had shot the kids and himself too, but what in actuality happened was he came home, found his family dead, and he took a shotgun and shot his own self. And he had to investigate that. And he said after he did that, he went on a drinking spree for like 2 days. And when he returned home, his wife was mad, and he took them out to the beach. And that's when he turned, that's when his son got took and stuff from him. So he hasn't had a drink since that time, okay? Well, child, we meet old Willie Banks, the new owner of the hotel. And they having this fashion show. And Miss Naomi come through. Come on through, Naomi. Come on through. I think she played a lady by the name of Claudia on this episode. But she's a Vogue editor, and she's there to cover the story. And I think she participated in some type of manner of doing this show. Well, John gets a visit from his daughter. I think her name's Scarlett or something like that, child. But, and they inviting him to stay. But see, John know that it's going to be a lot of drinking and drugs around, so he don't want, he not really there for that. But Mr. Banks is saying that his son is there too, so they can play together, right? Okay. Well, Sally the fashion show going on, and it's nice. But Sally come and they won't allow her access. Her name not on their list, and she like, I live here. Why I can't come in? But they won't let her. They won't let her get in and stuff. Now I didn't understand quite. If y'all know what that was all about, I don't know because the woman probably dead or whatnot. Because I'm starting to see we in a hotel full of fucking vampires, y'all. So I'm assuming that may be why she not on that list. But she got beside herself, and they told her ass right on off, honey. They sure did. And now the fashion show going on. Well, wait a minute. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I got it right. Okay, the fashion show going on, and I forgot the little boy name. Mr. Banks' son. Was it? I don't remember his name, y'all, so I'm going to be bad with names for probably the first 5 episodes if this is successful for me doing hotel as it was for me doing free show. But anyway, he take her to this candy room. Now, it ain't the room where the regular kids would go. It's to this, like, room where them bloodsuckers be in and shit, right? And they got 4 little glass coffins in there, and they hitting on the coffin, and he's saying that they never wake up, no matter how much noise you make. Well, she notices that her brother is laying in one of them, and she goes over to that, and child, her brother opened his damn eyes, and we ain't seen no more of that part after that. Now, the fashion show going on, and I guess he's the signature model or whatever, he's the main guy, real nice looking little dude, but he a drugged out ass motherfucker because he in there doing drugs. Then he try to go out there and do his little one-way shit, and he starts to get overly friendly with people in the at the fashion show. He went so far as to try to kiss this one dude, and dude was ready to fight his ass. Well, he act like he was about to fight him too, but until he looked over there and made eye contact with Countess, then he took his ass on back to the bed, and he was getting ready to go up again. He went back there to get him a little bit more drugs in him. And I think somebody that's over the fashion show was telling him, like, you can't do that because you got to go back out there. Well, he was like, no, I'm done with that. And he take a knife and cut his face. He say he is not a modeler no more. And he done with that shit, okay? Well, child, He tears his ass up them stairwells. You know, he get the one around the hotel because this motherfucker he looking for the next high, okay? And he wind up going to Donovan and Countess' apartment, talking about he can smell cocaine there, and talking about he wants to he started trying to ransack them folks' shit. That's what he was doing. And Donovan wasn't feeling that shit. He had pinned his ass down, was about to take a bite out of his ass when in comes Countess, and that saved his ass, right? Well, next we see that he, you know, he wandering around the room, running around the hotel. At some point, this motherfucker found a sandwich out, and he bit it, and it was full of maggots. That's what you get putting your fucking hands on shit. Well, anyway, he goes into this room, and he meets this dude named James. Now, y'all, James was the pussy hand man on Freak Show, okay? And, he trying to do his little drugs and stuff, and old boy say, that's the kind of, high you get? That's what you do? He said, well, I found a better high than that, you know what I'm saying? And, here come May bitch bringing him in some, I'm assuming she's some kind of a loose woman, maybe a hoe or something like that. And James is trying to get him to hand him a gun and tell him to shoot the woman. He's like, that ain't the kind of high, because that's the high that he gets now. He don't do drugs no more. His high is killing motherfuckers. So he tried to get Marla to do it. And Marla ain't about that life. Marla just wants to do him some cocaine and go on by his business. Well, he tell him he ain't gonna do the shit. So Marla decide, Jane Pussy Hand Man decide he gonna take the gun and shoot it, which scared the fuck out of Marla. And he take off running to the elevator. And guess who grabbed his ass at the elevator? Countess. She saved your ass once. She ain't save him again, child. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the next day, y'all, we're going to the next day because that's all that happened that night of the fashion show. John's daughter, who was at the hotel the previous night, she going through old photos and videos of her brother. So she decides to return to the hotel to try to find him. And she does go there. She finds him in the candy room. And she shows him a family portrait and asks him, do you remember us? And he do. He remember everything. And she asked, he just say she look a little different. And she was like, because I grew up. Why you never grew up? Because he's still a little boy. You know what I'm saying? So she wants to take a photo with him, child. She go to take a photo with him, and the little boy try to bite her in her damn neck. And she spooked by the shit, trying to figure out what the hell wrong with him. And she run off. Well, while all that was going on, they done discovered at the house that the little girl missing. And y'all know that he already lost one of his child. You know, he lost Holden. So, of course, they gonna move double time to try to check and see where Scarlett, I believe, is at. Well, Scarlett comes in, and she got the photo and stuff, and she telling them that she went back to the hotel to see Holden. Well, John get mad at her because he think that she bullshitting and bringing up bad memories. And she telling him, no, I took a photo with him. She handed him the photo. And she told him, I should be mad at y'all because y'all telling me he dead and he's not dead. I just got through talking to him, okay? Well, the wife here is losing her mind. Apparently, they have never gotten over losing this child because instead of her being concerned about what it is her daughter's saying, they just assuming that the girl crazy. Now, they ain't looking at the situation like maybe this child could possibly be going through, some type of episode as a result of finally, emotions hit you all at once, child. Sometimes it be years before you feel the death of somebody, and right now they're assuming he dead. So, she all upside her feelings with that child, talking about she can't handle it. And John took a look at that photo, and the picture of the girl was clear, but the picture of Holden was kind of blurry, but you could clearly tell that is him, Same clothes, same little hair, blonde hair, and all of that, child. So, I don't know how they gonna handle it. Well, Marla, remember I told you, Countess done snatched Marla into the elevator. Well, she done took him up there and child, she done turned him into a vampire. They having sex and everything. And she run down the rules of living the vampire life, the do's and the don'ts. She gave him the handbook on how to continue your life as a vampire, okay? And she telling him that she was born back in 1904, but her favorite era was the 70s. And then we go to a flashback. This bitch got long ass hair like Rapunzel, baby. They is toting her hair around, and she is just initiating folk into the vampire hood. And child, she just was. She was good at that. That was her favorite era. She ain't do nothing but be a disco queen with long Rapunzel hair, initiate folks into the vampire life, and do her drugs. That's all she had, okay? Whereas they talking about that shit, in comes Donovan, and he upset that she done turned this dude into a fucking vampire. He forgot how he was originated, because he gonna tell her he ain't nothing but a junkie, and she had to remind him, you want number one too, right? And next thing we know, child, this was some weird shit. A vampire relationship broke up because she started telling him shit like it ain't gotta end like that. Now, what that happened was, we can clearly see she got a type, child. She like the Mala types with the dark hair. So she done turned this boy into a vampire. I think his name Tristan, but he gonna be Mala all season to me. Well, Mala done been changed, okay? And he fit her, what she looking for. Donovan over here talking about, I thought you said I was the most spiritual sex you ever had. She said you was, but he's the most erotic. And won't you just go on and move your stuff on out, and go about our separate ways. She breaking up with his ass. Well, he tried to rough her up a little bit, but that still didn't work, child, because he still got to go. She don't want him no more. She done traded his ass in for a better, a newer model, because they wasn't getting along. He had started not wanting to do the things she wanted to do. And if it ain't about killing, she ain't trying to hear that shit, okay? Let me see what happened. So, after he get his bags, he trying to, he tried to rough her up, but like I said, they broke up, child. So next thing you know, Mala is asking her about the vampire life again. And child, I could swore that boy said that he couldn't wait to see Kylie Jenner, wait to hug her or something. Like he referenced turning Kylie into a vampire too. Y'all let me know down in them comments. Is that what that boy said? I could have swore that's what I was hearing. Okay, well, whatever, child. They incorporating current shit into this vampire shit. I'm here for it. Well, John rolls back over to the hotel. He pissed off and threatening to lock Iris' ass up, because he wants to know what's up at the hotel. And she tell him, well, you ain't got to do all that, child. Just buy me a damn drink. I'll tell you everything. And she do. She really did. She told him about, we find out that about somebody named Mr. March. He was a wealthy guy, but people didn't really fuck with him that much. He came and bought that hotel, and it served as, it served as his breeding ground for murder, because his thing was he was into torturing people and shit. And child, she was telling him all about that, talking about how he would slash folks' throat, sew folks in the walls and shit. And he just started killing like 3 people a week, and then it just got more and more of a fetish to him, and he wanted to do it more. So, child, he finally wound up getting hold to this one religious dude that was praying before he killed him. And apparently that pissed him off, because after he killed him, he gets all the Bibles together. It did happen on a Sunday. He done got all the Bibles together, throwed all the bodies out there, but what he fucked up was he left that fucking handkerchief that buried his damn initials on it. So the police come to the damn hotel, and they asking about him. Well, the maid, you remember the maid that always cleaned up all the blood and everything? She go up there. This bitch is loyal, too. This a real loyal ass type of bitch. This is kind of who I need on my team. You know what I'm saying? This bitch is loyal to the end, honey. Because she go up there and tell him, because he was in the room finna kill somebody else, that the police are there, and he asked her who gonna go first, him or her. Well, at first she was like, you should go first. I gotta clean up shit. But she, she loyal to him. So she tell him she gonna go first. So he asked a knife or a gun. She said gun, but she told him do her the honor of killing her. And he did it. He killed himself. Well, he killed her first and himself, right? And John listening to this shit, and he thinking that this lady Iris is full of shit. He told her, hell, you need to be writing books, girl, you good. He don't believe her. But when he go back to his office down there at the police precinct, he does the research and find out this woman is true. And child, I don't know. But before that happened, we see Marla bring this other nice looking dude up in there, and they about to do what they do, you know, and Countess comes out. And old dude say he not interested in pussy. He don't want no damn pussy. So Marla just gonna kill him and get to sucking on him, but he talking about he ain't gay. Now, let's go back down to the police station, because he's, you got John talking to this other dude. I know his name Richard Sumner. I don't know what the fuck his name is on him. But he finding out that what Iris said was true because he did the research on that hotel. And they come to the conclusion that someone is trying to reenact this murder from way back then, okay? And that pretty much brought the episode to an end. But this show here, this particular show only served to prove, you know, let us know what was going on with them. That's what happened with that. You know, what's the backstory on this hotel? So we moving forward, we'll find out more and more about this as things progress and stuff. That's all I can remember, y'all. I might have left a whole bunch of shit out, but I promised, and I'm trying my best to fight through the flu. It's in it. And get these reviews out to you all. If it's anything I did forget, you want to discuss it down there. And I know I asked you guys a couple of questions. So if you know the answer, please let me know so I don't be so pressed next week when I got to watch this shit again and try to figure out how to incorporate it in a video that ain't forever and a day long. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all back here for How to Get Away with Murder.